Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's just a couple of baby lines. Ah.
On curtains drawn, strike the match, breathe it in. Welcome to the gap between thoughts, dead air, black chair, lights off. We collect all the smoke, all the tales you forgot. Light 'em up, listen in, let 'em chatter in the dark. Got a box full of calls that never came through. Voices lost in the crawl space still blame you. We invite every rumor and rumor's ghost. Pull up a seat, Kimiko is the host. In the void, no one hears you scream. Only echoes crawling through the beam. We like all the spooky they avoid. Conspiracies blooming in the noise. When the smoke clears, I'm still here. Facing the static right in your ear. You can turn it down, you can kill that scream, but you're blowing smoke with me in the void between.
Hello, all you creepy crawlers. It's your girl Kimiko coming to you here from Phoenix, Arizona, where it's already hitting like 95 degrees and my AC is working overtime. Welcome back to the Blowing Smoke Podcast, where we cut through the noise, light up the facts, and talk real about whatever's got the world spinning. Today, we're diving deep into something that's quietly popping up on every health feed. The new COVID variant, nicknamed Ciccada, officially BA 3.2, that's now been detected in wastewater across at least 25 states, including right here in Arizona. It's heavily mutated, it's got experts watching for immune escape, and cases are still super low, but the timing feels really familiar. We're spending the full 20 minutes or so, breaking down exactly what this strain is, how it showed up, and what the CDC and the wastewater data are actually saying, how it's already touching everyday life in the gaming community and beyond, and what other health threats are lurking on the horizon, like the H5N1 bird flu, outbreaks that just won't quit. No panic. No conspiracy rants, just straight facts. My unfiltered take, and that's what it means for us regular folks trying to live normal. So if you're new here, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and how you're feeling about all this latest round of respiratory roulette. And let me know. Have you been masking up more, or are you still in we survived 2020 mode? So light up and listen in. Shout out to the Phoenix Smoke Squad. If you're in Maricopa County and checking local wastewater dashboards, you already know that our levels are low, but we're watching. Stay hydrated out there. It's going to be a long summer. So let's talk about Ciccada. The announcement and what the CDC and news are saying right now. Straight from the CDC's latest MMWR report that dropped last month, BA 3.2, nicknamed Ciccada because it popped up in 2024, went quiet like those underground bugs, then resurfaced late 2025. First spotted in South Africa back in November of 2024, made its way to the US via travelers in June of 2025, then clinical cases in January 2026. As of mid-February, data detected in wastewater from 132 sites across 25 states, plus nasal swabs from travelers and a handful of clinical samples. By early April, it's shown up in even more places. Some reports say 29 states plus Puerto Rico. But here's the key. It's still a tiny fraction of overall COVID, like under 0.2% to 0.55% of sequenced samples nationwide. Symptoms? Some respiratory stuff we know. Fever, cough, fatigue, maybe more lingering in kids according to some doctors. No data yet showing it's more severe or sending more people to the hospital than the variants that we've already been dealing with. But it's gotten dozens of spike protein mutations, around 70 to 75, compared to what our latest vaccines target. So experts are watching it, if they can dodge immunity from shots or past infections. In Europe, it rose to about 30% of sequences in a few countries without a big severity spike. Here in the US, COVID actively overall is very low right now. Emergency room visits down, hospitalizations minimal, but spring travel and summer gatherings could change that. Phoenix check-in, Maricopa County wastewater is showing very low COVID levels, but cicada fragments have been picked up in regional surveillance, and we're not seeing a surge yet. Let's get into the history of variants and why this one feels different. Let's rewind quick, so this doesn't feel like deja vu. Omicron dropped in late 2021 and basically never left. It just keeps splintering into subvariants. JN.1 and its kids dominating 2024 to 2025. Then BA 3.2 shows up with a ton of new changes in the spike. The part the virus uses to grab our cells, that Ciccada nickname, is perfect. It stayed underground for over a year after first detection. Then boom, it's back with upgrades that might help it slip past the immunity wall that we've already built. This isn't the first immune escape watch list variant, but the timing is wild. We're 6 years into this thing. Vaccines and prior infections still offer solid protection against severe disease. That hasn't changed, but the virus keeps evolving because that's what viruses do. Global picture here. It's in at least 23 countries. No sustained growth advantage proven yet, per WHO. But the CDC is ramping up surveillance exactly because of those mutations. And yeah, I felt that little pit in my stomach when the headlines hit. You know, I've got family, I've got friends, and I've got kids. And as a gamer, I remember how conventions and online tournaments got wrecked back in the day. We all have a little bit of PTSD from 2020. And how is this really hitting the gaming community in everyday life? Let's get real about the ripple effects, because this isn't just stay at home and doom scroll. For us gamers, LAN parties, midnight releases, esport events. People are already side-eyeing big gatherings again, and I saw Discord servers for local Phoenix meetups quietly adding mask optional but encouraged. Notes. Online play is fine, but that in-person magic? Hesitation's back. Parents, some schools are already sending notes about monitoring symptoms and look like allergies or a cold. Kids seem to be getting hit a bit more with this one according to early reports, though nothing severe. work and life. Offices that went back to hybrid are watching sick days. Retail restaurants, anyone customer facing, well, they're all feeling the fatigue of another wave when cases are low. Economically, hospitals aren't overwhelmed, but any uptick in vulnerable folks, elderly, immunocompromised, hits hard. And mentally, a lot of us are just tired. The long COVID conversation never really went away. Brain fog, fatigue that lingers. Add Arizona heat on top of the respiratory stuff, and it's a rough combo. I've seen friends cancel spring break plans or delay family visits. GameStop employees that I know are joking about restocking masks next to the controllers. It's not panic buying, but the vibe has shifted. Shout out to the Smoke Squad member who DM'd me yesterday, bought my ticket to a con in May. Should I be worried? My answer? Check the data, not the headlines. Right now, it's low risk for healthy people, but play smart. Let's go ahead and take a break so I can get some water.
Well, you have done it. You have seeked out merch for your favorite podcast. Look at all the cool stuff. You know, Kimiko has got you covered from apparel to drinkware. Scream responsibly. The Void wants you. It calls to you to support the Blowing Smoke podcast. Check it out today.
You know, this one just hits different because it's personal. Grab some water, check your symptoms, if you're feeling off, and let's just keep it real on the other threats coming down the pipe. So the bigger picture, other health concerns looming. Ciccada isn't the only thing on the radar. Bird flu, H5N1, is still ripping through the poultry and dairy farms. USDA just reported more commercial outbreaks, millions of birds affected. Human cases remain rare and mostly mild so far, but scientists have been warning for years that one mutation could change everything. It's in the wild birds, backyard flocks, even cows now. Flu and RSV are still circulating at low levels too. Typical spring dip, but nothing's truly gone. Antibiotic resistance is creeping up across the board. Long-term effects from repeated respiratory hits are showing up in studies. Heart issues, immune wear and tear, mental health, the quiet epidemic, isolation, anxiety. Over every new headline, and we're still paying for the 2020-2022. And let's not ignore the basics like access to care, vaccine uptake. Only about 30% of nursing home folks are up to date on COVID boosters, and how Phoenix heat waves make everything worse when you're already run down. The CDC's respiratory virus dashboard shows everything trending low right now, but the pattern is clear. These things just don't disappear, they evolve. My takes, predictions, and maybe some listener stories. My unfiltered take as Kimiko, who lived through the original lockdown with a controller in one hand and anxiety in the other. This isn't 2020. We have tools. Vaccines still work for some people. I am one of those people that will not take the vaccine. My body can handle whatever is thrown at me. Antivirals exist, and most of us have layered immunity. Panic helps no one, but ignoring it also helps no one. Here's my predictions: that 1, Ciccada stays low through the summer, but could bump cases in the fall when school and travel ramp up. 2, Updated vaccines will probably target whatever is the dominant by September. Get yours if you're high risk. If not, let your body fight it off. 3. We'll see more wastewater tracking become normal because it actually works. 4. H5N1, still low human risk, but one bad spillover and the conversation changes overnight. So, big love to the Arizona dad who wrote in saying that his kid's school just sent home a note about cicada-like symptoms, and he's torn between caution and life goes on. And the gamer who said that they're stocking up on hand sanitizer for the next tournament. Smart. Drop your thoughts below. Are you masking up on planes again? Are you masking up on buses? Are you just masking up at all at this point? Alright, we've made it about 15 minutes. And so, bottom line, Ciccada is here. It's mutated, but the sky isn't falling. Stay informed via the CDC and local health dashboards. Wash your hands. Ventilate when you can, and look out for vulnerable ones in your circle. The future of our health isn't about one variant. It's about building resilience in a world that keeps throwing curveballs. Keep gaming, keep living, but keep it smart. You know, if this episode hits home, share it with someone who needs a real talk. Subscribe, leave a review, and, I'll catch you next week. Until then, you stay creepy, like Kimiko Kusanagi, okay? Bye!
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's just a couple of baby lines. God.